Hi, hello, salam, namaste. I'm your host Abu.
Your co-host Akash. Welcome to our podcast Unmuted.
అరే మనం వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ పాడ్కాస్ట్ డూడ్.
ఇది పాడ్కాస్టరా కానీ దీంట్లో ఏంటి ఇంకేమైనా ఆలోచించవచ్చు. డీప్ థాట్స్. ఐఎమ్ లుకింగ్ వాట్ ఎల్స్ ఐ కుడ్ థింక్ అబౌట్ దిస్ కేస్, జస్ట్ నాట్ యాజ్ అ కేస్.
ఓకే.
సో ఆలోచిస్తున్నా.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు వచ్చిన హోస్ట్కి కేస్కి లింక్ ఏంటి నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు.
అంటే మన గెస్ట్ చాలా థాట్ఫుల్ అనమాట.
ఓకే.
సో వెరీ డీప్ థాట్స్ అండ్ వెరీ యునో.
కెన్ యూ గివ్ మీ అ హింట్?
సరే, లాస్ట్ టైం నేను ఒక స్టాల్ పెట్టా. ఓకే, షురోల్టోలో.
ఓ ఓకే.
నువ్వు ఆ బోర్డ్ చూసి ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ ద స్టాల్. ఆ బోర్డ్ చూడగా నువ్వు అక్కడ ఆగిపోయావు, జస్ట్ లైక్ స్టాచ్యూ ఫర్ లైక్ 10-15 minutes.
ఓ దట్ ఫిజీ గర్ల్ విత్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ స్మైల్, రైట్?
ఎస్. అంటే ఇంకొకటి యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు కదా,
క్యూట్
ఆ చామ్,
ఓ యా ఆఫ్ కోర్స్,
దట్ వెల్కమింగ్ నేచర్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అక్కడ ఎంట్రీ దగ్గరే ఉండే ఆ చామ్. సో అందుకే ఏమంటారు చాలా సక్సెస్ అయింది అనిపిస్తుంది.
అండ్ ఇంకొకటి వెన్ ఎవర్ షీ స్మైల్స్ హర్ బోత్ ఐస్ గెట్స్ క్లోజ్. ఈయన ఉంటుంది చూడు.
Of course. So let's welcome our guest today, Divyashree.
హలో దివ్య.
Hi.
ఫస్ట్లీ వచ్చినందుకు స్వాగతం, సుస్వాగతం.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, how you and how are your days going and what's going on in your mind?
Oh, wow.
Yes, first question, what's going on in your mind?
I think that would take a lot of time, more than how was the day.
Okay.
So I think the day is going pretty good, but then mind is always occupied.
Okay.
Lot of thoughts.
Okay.
I think even though you want it to stop, it would never stop.
I asked this question because I've seen that in your arts.
Okay. I think they do speak for me.
Yeah, of course. That's the reason I have asked.
Yeah, I think a lot of my work, so that I do around the art that I work around, is usually coming from a space of my journaling. So I utilize my space of arts for my journaling, what I'm thinking, what kind of thoughts are going on for me, what kind of new ideas or concepts that I might have read. Like it could be a book, it could be a movie or a series that I came across, and there was be some intriguing thing which caught my eye. I would focus on that. I would read about it further, or my brain's already doing that, the overthinking that it is doing around these concepts. And sometimes it's also about the feelings that I'm processing. So my canvas becomes my space of projection, where I try to put all of this and create my art. So I think that's where it kind of speaks about it.
Actually, that's a good introduction.
మేము మాకు చాలా ఈజీ చేస్తారు చూసా.
Actually. Okay. First question నేను అడుగుతాను.
Cool.
సో లెట్స్ ప్రాపర్లీ అంటే క్వశ్చన్ అంటే ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ ఏదో మరీ సీరియస్ అది అని చెప్పేసి, బట్ యా. సో వాట్ డస్ ఆర్ట్ మీన్ టు యూ, నాట్ జస్ట్ యాజ్ అ విజువల్, లైక్ వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్ టు యూ? ఐ మీన్ బియాండ్ విజువల్.
I think for me, how I look at arts, like I have witnessed arts, a lot of crowd. It could be someone who's newly starting off, someone who's very senior in the space of work. But then what I am looking at it is, it's a lot of personal journey. Like I define it very recently, I would say. I call it is a path into the deeper scapes of a person.
రైట్
Like how we call landscapes.
రైట్ రైట్.
But this is not landscapes.
దిస్ డీప్ స్కేప్.
This is deep scapes of a human brain
ఓకే.
or a human body that they work around, then they put it into art. So it's not what's present there, what's behind it.
రైట్.
So I think that is what I enjoy more with art. I have a loud
as
voice.
you said about a human body,
Yeah.
సో చురోల్టోలో sorry, I'm taking second question.
ప్లీజ్ ప్లీజ్ ప్లీజ్. నేను
Because I was curious to
It's
talk to
not
her.
wrong. Go
So-
ahead. Go ahead. I am curious to hear our answers.
ఓకే. సో చురోల్టోలో నన్ను ఫస్ట్ అన్ని స్టాల్స్లో అట్రాక్ట్ చేసిన స్టాల్ మీది ఒక్కటే.
Thank you so much.
బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పెయింటింగ్
Masterpiece.
masterpiece, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
సో యా, ఇప్పుడు మీరు హ్యూమన్ బాడీ అన్నారు, ఇది కూడా అక్కడెక్కడో కనెక్టెడ్ అయి ఉంది అనిపించింది నాకు.
True.
సో వాట్స్ ద స్టోరీ బిహైండ్ ఇట్, అండ్ లైక్ What?
How did all started?
Yeah, for this thing.
I think I really don't remember where the ideation started, but it was lot of overtime processing. Like, because again, what kind of exposure I had when it came to starting of art, I used to do art as a child. Then I stopped. Studies happen, life happens, and then I wanted to go back to arts, but I didn't want to do something normal.
Okay.
So that is when I started doing Google, what is interesting and all. I came across something called art therapy.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, this sounds very fancy. I did a bit of reading. I was like, oh, this is new. I want to try. So I was still working. I chose, there was this one course in Pune where they gave weekend courses.
Right.
So I enrolled myself. I went ahead. 2 weekends down. I was like, I want to explore this more. I really want to study this. That's when I decided I was working with Cognizant.
Okay.
That's when I spoke to my parents. I was like, there was this one course in Bangalore, which is a 1-year wholesome course.
Acha.
I decided I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to enroll myself for that course
Oh.
and move to Bangalore.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And I think that changed my perspective of art completely. What I did was a visual art course in Pune. What I enrolled for was an expressive art therapy course. So it's like, it's not just arts, it's got drama,
Oh,
it's got movement,
no.
it's got music. And when we say drama, we only know one theatre
Yes.
drama or done on stage where people come prepared.
Yeah.
But there's so much of variety in it. There's something called theatre of the oppressed. There's something called playback theatre. There's something called drama therapy.
Okay.
There's something called the role play
Yes,
thing.
Yes.
And then you movement. You have something called authentic movement. You have something
Yeah.
called laban.
Huh.
This was interesting for me to know. You know, a child, a baby, they explore movements since the time they are taking birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
The spine movement develops as they are doing a normal delivery. You know?
Right.
Okay.
And when you explore, I was like,
Dude.
why are these not
I
taught
think
to people?
it has changed your
Mindset.
profession as well as your life.
Extremely. I'm like, we learn nothing about human life that we survive and live through. We are only doing a robotic task that's given to you. Yes, your mind is operating, for sure it's doing their job, but there's so much more you know nothing about, and you're living that life,
Yeah.
being completely unaware and living in the unknown, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's where my thought process shifted. That's where I as a human changed completely, that experience. So part of that course was because you're getting trained to be a therapist. You do internships, you do sessions and all, and your main role is actively listening, being very observant. This becomes a part of you.
Part of it. Yeah.
So now, as a person, I'm like that. I observe so much. I keenly look at patterns, how people think. I have interactions with people. I'm picking up from that. I'm like, oh, this also exists.
Yes.
So over time, I think everything gathered together, you realize everything as an essential part. Like this piece is called memories.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say people are built of it.
Mm.
It's because we as humans are born and we are traveling our journey. But we are so focused on the future and we think, oh, past is done. But you don't see what defines you is your past.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Chala deep
It is because everything you experienced is your past.
Churaltola, if I have asked you about this, I wouldn't have got this kind of answer.
Yeah,
Because
you get casual,
Yeah.
Kind of making it more crisp to explain and all
but
of that.
this is the actual definition of this art, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's to say, because the whole past is your memories, and how you define it, how it stores in your body is very different.
Huh.
And everyone's journey of past is also different.
Oh, yeah.
Like someone has a great experience of life, someone's struggling,
Right.
someone has extreme trauma,
Right.
someone comes with a privilege and still they have their struggle. Privilege undi ante, they assume, oh, you've got a great life. But people don't understand privilege doesn't guarantee a great life. What experiences you have out of that, the limitations that you come with also is a part of it. So all of that defined together, when you interact, again, you set so many sets of people. You have met people who are struggling. Like I have done community works.
Right.
A part of NGO that I was working, we were working with women community in Vattepalli area.
Acha, acha.
So that area, you have proper Safan oka organization untadi,
Okay.
who teach livelihood skills to these women.
Oh, nice.
And what happens to these women is they are married. children, old age. Suddenly husbands disappear. Either second marriages
Yeah.
or they've left them,
Abandon them for no
abandoned them
reason.
pretty much. And the struggle that they go through is they can't even accept the reality
True.
and state it because you become a victim. Next person wants to.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
So
This
when you-
happens to so many.
it is very much prevailing there. It's just that we have a blind side to it.
Yeah.
And when you go work with these women and you see their stories, you hear their stories, it's extreme.
Yeah.
And same
Because,
thing.
like, they leave everything for that person and they come out
Exact.
and.
And
And
they have
this is
got
what they get in
Yeah.
no,
return.
epic is they've got families now, they've got children,
Exactly.
they've got old age parents, and sometimes it's their
Yeah.
own in-laws.
Yeah.
Everyone's responsibility because financially no one's earning. There is no how does a family survive?
Yeah.
And they are putting that foot ahead, saying we want to make a livelihood for our family, and they want to learn something so that they can make money out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And they put in that effort. And same thing when you step into a privilege. Like I have clients, I have done workshops. They have their own struggles.
So every person has a
So
struggle.
nothing guarantees. Money doesn't guarantee no struggle, no pain, no suffering.
Nice.
That consistently stays. So when you observe so many versions of stories, so this is happening over a period of time, you see, oh, everyone's story is so different. Everyone's story is so different. But there is this time you so wish, I think Japanese law, there's this concept where you can leave your past identity and start completely new. Oh yeah, they have that.
I have seen that.
Oh, they have a complete system.
Yes.
You can eradicate
I've seen
yourself
it really.
from the existing system, go somewhere completely different and start a new life.
Oh my God.
And I was
They'll
so fascinated
erase your
by it, you know.
existence and you can
Oh,
become a new person actually.
Let's go.
Japan, I'm coming on tomorrow.
Japan, I'm coming. I am ready for my next life.
By the way, my friend Leon belongs to Japan who passed away.
Oh.
So he is also.
But then that's what I'm saying. So sometimes life could be so heavy to carry. So the baggages is something you talk about, the life baggages.
Yes.
Even though you don't want, you carry it.
జ్ఞాపకాలు మోయక తప్పదు మూవీలో ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది నాకు గుర్తురాట్లేదు
That's what?
రాంగ్ టైమింగ్
బట్ జపాన్ లో పక్కన పెట్టేయడం చాలా
I
ఈజీ.
know.
It's like
You know, people
technically
who
they're
have
telling
pets
you.
also they do that.
Exactly. So technically they're telling you move on.
Exactly. Your life matters more than anything
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇండియాలో ఐఎమ్ నాట్ జనరలైజింగ్ ఇట్ బట్ నార్మల్ చెప్తే యూ వెన్ గై సేస్ వెన్ గర్ల్ సేస్ సమ్మన్ సేస్ డూడ్ ఐ మూవ్డ్ అని అంటే ఫర్ యాజ్ ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఓకే మూవ్డ్ ఆన్ వెన్ యూ టెల్ దట్ నార్మల్ యూనో ఆడియన్స్ లైక్ he moved on and he might have been through so much past, so much trauma, so much drama in his life. What made him to move on to next level? Like, move on is a normal. Take it as a normal thing. It's nothing new or don't create a big picture for that.
Exactly.
So, but I like the part when the Japan made that, you know.
I
Erase your
thought you
past.
saw it,
No,
actually.
I am hearing for the first time.
And the system, they have a system for it, and I'm like,
Actually,
the government is supporting it.
Government and
Okay,
it's totally secrecy.
can I get my phone? Let's book a ticket and go fly right to
We'll
Japan.
go.
I'll come for a visit. I'll come for a please take
Japan,
me also.
we are coming Japan. Hosts are hosting there also with ghosts.
Yeah, the people have are the ghosts
Oh,
actually.
actually.
They are ghosts. They are living, but they are ghosts.
So
Yeah, I know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
ఎందుకంటే I have observed all your artworks. So whenever there is a stall, at least as a guest or sorry, as a customer or as a stall neighbor. So my question is, when you make these kind of arts, right?
Yeah.
Is there any specific or a particular place or environment that would draw your attention to make these kind of art? These arts specifically, because every art has a deep meaning into it.
Yeah. So I think there's no specific space I would associate it with because all the work right now I'm operating is home.
Yeah.
But yes, when either I'm traveling or I'm watching, oh my god, I'm a K-drama addict.
I
Sorry.
understood the moment when you told Korean. I'm like, yeah, you are a K-drama.
I'm not Eric, but I like their filmmaking actually.
Exactly. So when I say, okay, guys are cute, keeping that aside. But the next part is the way
Thank you.
they have got their storytelling, the nuances that they pick in their storytelling and the cinematography. I'm amazed by it because I see again.
Yeah.
Very famous ones are the rom-coms of Korean drama that
Right.
people want to watch.
Right.
But no one is looking at the underlining part of what it is trying to promote.
Or what
They-
they're trying to portray
portray. Yeah.
There is more. So
Actually.
everything goes in a very metaphorical sense in Korean drama. If you notice the pattern, every story has a connection to the childhood. If you see the
Yeah.
lead
Yes,
characters,
exactly.
they have some point they might have not met, but coincidentally been in the same spot or
Have
a
you
same
seen
experience.
this recent
series
which were
The Tangerines one.
no which we watched recently the Netflix mein.
they go no I think you didn't, so I saw
We
it.
saw it, the Beyond the Touch. Adantunnava?
Oh yes, Beyond the Touch.
Is that-
Oh, that I
is that
haven't
from
watched
Korean?
it yet. Beyond the Touch children.
It's a Korean one.
it
Where
is-
they'll meet in the heaven.
Oh wait, is it that one? I have seen the reels of it
Yes.
where the old lady dies.
Exactly.
And then
for her husband she'll go to.
I'm like, look at the concept, dude.
Yeah.
Where are they getting the concepts?
You should
I'm telling you, and he made me to watch
The actual
series.
story starts after she goes there.
Exactly.
That is what
Because
I'm talking
and
about.
adding to that-
the past girlfriends come there.
Even to think of something so out of box.
No, he made me to watch అది కొరియన్ మూవీ కదా మనం చూసింది నెట్ఫ్లిక్స్ లో.
Oh yes.
That series.
Yeah.
నా లైఫ్ మొత్తంలో దట్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ కొరియన్ సిరీస్ విచ్ ఐ హావ్ కాంట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ 30 to 40 minutes ఫర్ an
Beyond the
episode.
Touch.
Yes, he made me to watch. So firstly నేను ఆ మూవీ సిరీస్ పెట్టగా అరే ఏం చూస్తాం ఏదో ఉంటుంది అనుకున్నా, బట్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్, ద వే they try to cinematograph or the ideas or what are the casts or the location, I thought, dude, there is literally a reason why people are fan of K-dramas.
Exactly.
People should not judge them like K-drama, you know.
It's
there's a-
again normalized, very generalized and
or
normalized.
like if you say in a very funny lighter note, there's like the K-drama చూస్తుంటే ఎవరా నూడిల్స్ చూస్తున్నా, because they generalize it very
Noodles,
understatement, underrated లా చేస్తున్నారు.
Are, how are you differentiating their faces?
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, you didn't see them. They've got
Exactly.
amazing
When he-
features.
But I never judged this. But the moment he made me to sit and see, dude, you have to watch. Like, okay, there are.
He's like he's skeptic about some scenes or some things which he feels like it will haunt him. So that's
Example, Final Destination. I can't. I'm telling you, I'll just.
I know,
hold-
I can stay with you. I completely
Yes,
agree.
I am that kind. I have that kind of mind. Okay, ఇప్పుడు Final Destination, not, it is very vulgar. Now you tell me, show me a movie. If there's any kind of a fight scene, no, basic fight is okay. You put the sword, you bled. There's a blood river. I've been.
if he's scared of Final Destination, he need to see Darna Bana Hai.
I'm
Which
not-
one?
The old one, Hindi.
I haven't watched that.
That will.
I haven't
You
wa-
can't even slide on the wall during the night.
Ex-
How-
I
if you
have-
watch that
Seriously.
film.
I haven't
I don't
watched
think I can
Animal
watch.
till now. I haven't watched Animal till
And
now.
neither me.
Okay.
For different reasons, I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to
no,
watch.
I'll tell on face, but it's just because I have that fear. Adi
While I didn't watch ఏది కొత్తది నానిది వచ్చింది హిట్
hit 3, even I didn't watch.
I know that violence I don't think I can take.
Same.
So I would choose
But
not to watch it.
వాడు ఒక
I
సినిమా
enjoy
point
that
of view-
violence
no,
because
వాడు సినిమా పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ చూస్తాడు.
yeah.
Because
No, there are a lot
he
of
is into
people,
that movie industry.
set of people who will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Set of people who want to watch it
Yeah.
either for Nani
Yeah.
because he's tried something new. I agree that. The role wise that he have experimented, he's tried something new. And sometimes people have other perspective to look at
No,
it.
I
And then-
look at a film through a perspective which I gain something from that, and I learn how things are done in that.
True.
So that's, and the thing is, general public ki naaku difference ఏంటంటే, as I'm a technician, I know that's not true what's happening.
నేను చెప్తారా జనరల్
Blood
పబ్లిక్
spilling and everything.
Exactly.
కాదు నేను చెప్తా జనరల్ పబ్లిక్ నీకు డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటో. యూఆర్ ఎ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్, వీఆర్ జస్ట్ అన్ ఆడియన్స్. యూఆర్ అదర్ సైడ్ ఆన్ ద స్క్రీన్, వీఆర్ దిస్ సైడ్ ఆన్ ద స్క్రీన్.
True, true.
నోట్ దిస్
మీ
పాయింట్.
స్క్రీన్స్ లో చూసే బిఫోర్ మేము ఒక 100 సార్లు చూసి
మీ పేర్లు వస్తాయి స్క్రీన్ లో, మా పేర్లు రావు.
గ్రీన్ మ్యాట్ లో అన్ని
మనం
చూసుంటాం.
రాసుకున్న మార్కర్
మన పేర్లు ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ లో వస్తాయి. విచ్ స్టోరీ షుడ్ బి రీషేర్డ్, డిడ్ యూ ట్యాగ్ మీ ఆర్ నాట్?
ఓకే, మనం ఆర్ట్ వరల్డ్ నుంచి చాలా దూరం
Sidetrack అవుతాం. This is what
No,
how
but that's art as well.
Yeah.
Because movie making is
It's an art.
extreme.
Yeah. It's an
And
very
that's
extreme art.
people should accept that movie is also an art. It's just not a movie.
No.
There are
It's
thousands
more to
of
it.
No,
contributions.
Rajamouli has said that. Sukumar Garu has
Next,
said that.
Abu is also saying.
Everyone who knows the crux of it will
Will
say
say
the
that.
same thing. There are so many new ones. There's this one series, very briefly I remember. It, again, rom-com. In that, the actors are working in a publication, book publication.
Uh-huh.
And I guess the lead actress writes something she wants to publish, not happening and all. But the way they show characters and elements compared to a book.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
maybe a chapter
I think
or of how the
I might have
bookmaking
seen
is.
a little bit of that, but I couldn't.
But I'm like, this is what not everyone can see. See,
Yeah.
your understanding capacity, perspective comes from how much you can process it.
Exactly.
And if you are not prepared to see something that's behind or under the line, you will not see that.
Exactly.
So everyone's viewing less is very different. So someone who's seeing a rom-com, they're just looking at the story. Someone who's seeing, there's more to the story. There's how characters are enhanced, how family is given importance. They also reflect on the stereotypes that exist there.
Right.
Very strongly, very deep-rooted that
My
stereotypes
God.
are.
So coming, sorry to
It's
cut
okay, it's
it,
okay.
cut. So when you mentioned the preparation or the enhancement, that is almost an equivalent term to evolution, like evolvement.
yeah.
So this question is related to your art itself.
Cool.
So you told how many years have you been working on your art?
I think I got back to art again in the year, let's say, 2016 and 17.
2016, approximately 8 years.
Yeah.
So in these 8 years, how has your art evolved? So if you meet the 8 years before before Divya right now,
Yeah.
and if you see her artworks, and if you compare your present artworks, so how would you say that?
Oh, people, they're two different personalities. That's what I said. When I started off, it was before the course.
Yes.
And when I did the course, it changed my life. I really talk so deeply about it because, so a part of my course again. So at the end of the course, you have to do 2 presentations. One, see, you do internships. So kind of accumulate it down and put it. The second one is part of the course is you are in therapy.
Okay.
For you to understand what therapy is like,
Okay.
you have to experience therapy.
Experience it. Yeah, yeah. True.
So we all start into therapy phases and all. So at the year end, what you have explored about yourself in that 1 year period of therapy, you have to put in a 15-minute presentation.
Oh,
And you can use any of the art form to pick.
so that 1 year of preparation should be presented in 15 minutes.
Yes.
How are you able to?
And epic is your teammates, course mates, your facility staff that's there, your course organizer, your what you call kind of facilitators,
Fellow teammates.
fellow teammates,
As
your
you're
therapist
talking
also.
about therapy,
Yeah.
we are listening to the Masjid Azhar right now.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I've seen a video where the person makes the foreigners, and I mean the people who don't know about this Azhar and everything, he made them listen.
Oh.
Yeah, in that, the people said that this sounds like a therapy.
Oh, it's beautiful and musical, you know.
Yeah,
Like
actually.
in my childhood, I lived in Chadrayangutta.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am used to listening to
It's-
that.
there
I
are
find
lot
it
many,
very
yeah.
peaceful and beautiful, you know, whenever that plays. So it's connecting to your memories. That's how
Correct.
strong it plays.
Yeah.
Arts have a very crucial role in
Very
human
much, very
life.
much. And
People
that
don't know it.
as an artist, only we will understand that value. Because
Exactly.
normally when, not only putting up the stalls, but in general when you talk, like when you have a group of 10 members and you're the only one who's the artist and the other 9 members just normal.
The ones witnessing it.
Yes. Valaki art is like, just an artist. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, nice, this is so good. Like how many days you took to make it. But as an artist, you will know the A to Z alphabetical things of that particular art. Let us say
Yeah.
you have invested your time, you have balanced your work life, you learnt a lot before your art. Now you are in that group. So you learned, you have been through a education before stepping it. So today,
Yeah.
when I show you even this book or a bottle, you can just give me a brief description a way that even we didn't know that existed. You know, it's
That's
always
what- it's-
beyond the product.
Yeah, true.
So how did you transform your mind from that beyond? I'll take you somewhere, I'll show you a shirt or some cloth. I'll just say, okay, this fits me well, this print is good. But
Yeah.
what made you to think beyond that?
I think that's what I'm saying. When you witness yourself, so that's what I also believe in the quote, the outside world is a projection of your inner world.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, we are getting so many quotes today. I'll use it.
Actually,
it is very deep,
that
you
will
know.
be on my wall.
Because I read about it somewhere, which talks about there's this book called Little Shadow,
Okay.
Book of Little Shadow or something.
Okay.
It talks about
Huh.
projections, human projections. So how strong we perceive and process things. Very, very simple example I'll give you is, they also say, if someone has a very messy room, not everyone likes a messy room.
Right.
But they're very sorted in their brain. and someone who's got a very neat room is very messed because you're trying to sort this physically outside.
Yes.
But it will not. It gives you that relaxation.
Now you are witnessing both.
I think right now we are like opposite poles. We're attracted to each other.
No, you are witnessing both. I need the room neat, but my mind is always messy. But he is okay with messy, but his mind is always with a
Me
clear
and my
picture.
sister are like that. I need it neat and clean, properly set. My sister is very messy.
Yeah, exactly that. And that is very common. అది ఒక నార్మల్ గా now we are talking it is good, but generally ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు బయటకు చెప్పాలంటే అదొక ఏంటి ఒక
OCD అంటారు.
అండ్
OCD అన్నది ఉంది ఫర్ సర్టెన్ థింగ్స్ లైక్ ఐ వాష్ హ్యాండ్స్. నాకు కోవిడ్ రాక ముందటి నుంచి నాకు హ్యాండ్స్ వాష్ చేయకపోతే చిరాకు.
Before me, see, neatness is different, OCD is different. People has to understand the difference between that line.
I am that person who is very particular about being misutilized.
Exactly. Neatness.
The clinical terms shouldn't be misutilized.
Right. And no, putting the clinical terms apart, even when they write my name contains 6 letters. It's AKASH.
Oh,
you can't
double
write
A,
AKASH.
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
And when I tell you, right, dude, it is not AK, it's for 6 letters. Like, what's the difference between? There's 1 letter difference which will change the entire meaning.
Yeah, it's an identity that
Exactly,
I created
that is
for myself. When you change the spelling, it changes the meaning.
Everything.
So don't do that. So I'll make them understand. And so neatness ki, OCD ki. And now I need room neat. That doesn't have an OCD. I'm just cleaning my mess.
Exactly. You like things a particular
Organized way.
Organized.
Yeah.
You're more organized. Yeah.
It's like I cook, he cleans.
It's an equal partnership.
That's what.
And also, people should stop using the word OCD for everything. It's not normal term.
Yeah.
You should see the clinical. See, that's what I talk about. Now, that
Exactly.
is what I explored from the
Taking
course.
in a wronger way actually.
People have no clue
ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా
what
పెయింటింగ్
these health issues can be like.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు పెయింటింగ్ చేస్తావు, యూ డూ అన్ ఆర్ట్, లేటెస్ట్ యూ డూ దిస్, ఓకే. నౌ ఐ వుడ్ సే దిస్ ఇస్ గుడ్. అ పర్సన్ హూ వాచ్ ఇన్ అ క్లినికల్ terminology, he might use, okay, this girl has an OCD because she does her artwork very neatly. Why did I use OCD in painting? That is only with health.
You will have levels of people.
Exactly.
Someone who really doesn't connect. I have my own friends. They were chilling at home and this piece was in the first room.
Okay.
ఆరడానికి పెట్టాను. వాళ్ళు రాత్రి కూర్చుని ఇది నువ్వు ఇది నేను. I'm like, nice. See, again, not necessarily art has to be serious. True. Sometimes it's giving you comfort, that's also fine.
But what made your first thought, I mean, and now for mandala, I need a clear-cut mind what I have to draw.
Yeah.
Let it be a logo, a collaboration, let it be a illustration, ఏదో ఒకటి ఉంటది.
Yeah.
So I have clear picture. What was your clear picture when you started
So I
this
don't have an
work?
out product
Yeah,
when I start
before
off.
this.
No, I don't have an out
So it
product.
was a random thought.
So all of my works right now, see, other than reference works, like if someone wants me to recreate something or I'm doing a sketch or a portrait, that's different because I have a reference I'm creating.
Right.
Yeah.
But rest of my works, I don't have a reference.
So this doesn't have a reference.
No.
Wow.
It's
Without a
with
reference,
the
you made
flow.
it?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So
on
see,
this
the
point-
nerves, I would take a reference. How do they look like?
No,
A Google.
I'm specifying as a big picture.
The concept?
Mandala is a big picture, right? So
Yeah.
I need a reference for every layer. But for this, you told only for the nerves you have a reference because it is our.
Yeah, the
part.
realistic effect
Yes.
kind of thing.
But overall ga చూస్తే what made you to do this, or ఏదో ఒకటి inspiration that hit would be there, right?
That's what I'm saying. The concept comes to my mind. Now I have a concept, and it's a lot about not every concept can be articulated. The
Exactly.
struggle is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So sometimes I find it convenient to put it in art, where I know this is amazing as a concept.
Yeah.
People should know it because it exists within you.
True.
So I find art as that medium to create it. Now I go with the flow. And sometimes, like first I did the base layer. Okay? After the base layer, nerves didn't even come to my mind then.
Oh.
I did the circles.
These.
Yeah. So these circles are the representation of the past baggages.
Okay.
The memories.
So memory capsules. I call them memory capsules.
Huh.
So these are representation of that. Then slowly next layer came was the nerves.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I wanted a connectivity to show that these are memories. Okay? The very core element of memory creation is your nerves. Chinnappudu you learn that your nerves spark every time you build a core memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's when nerves came in.
Okay.
And then for each memory capsule, now I wanted to show everyone's struggle.
Acha.
So it's everyone's story is different. Kontamandi, if you see, are dwelling inside the memory capsule. Some are sitting very calmly behind
this
it.
person sitting outside and crying
Yeah.
or something.
And it's to say everyone's journey is so different.
Yeah.
Some struggle to accept their past.
Right?
Yeah.
Some are still stuck in their past.
Correct.
So that's why they say, like, again, addictions do play a lot of role there. If you're stuck there, it's your choice to get out of it.
Exactly.
No one can get you out of that. So some are still struggling. Some are trying to run away, denial.
Some
works
moved on.
best. Really, it does wonders.
Yeah.
But doesn't always work in the long run.
Exactly.
Some have attained peace. So it's to say the journey of acceptance. It's difficult, but you still put in an effort. Some are still on that benchmark, like, should I go, should I not go? So I try to create those concepts separately to say, either you could be in two places at a time, either you could be at one place at a time, or you still choose, I'm still not there.
And
Yeah.
So it's very much the projection of people that I wanted to encapsulate completely in this piece of work. So a lot of my works, when I start off, there is no out product.
Okay.
With the flow, what colors I feel like using, how, like I use my hands, I use my brushes,
Okay.
sometimes I use soft paste. So I find hand very comfortable because it gives me a connectivity feel with my work.
Wow.
So the detailing also, sometimes there's this other piece.
Yeah.
I sat with it over a month. This took me 3 months.
Oh.
The
Okay.
concept creation took me 6 months.
damn, almost 9 months
Yeah.
just to complete the work.
On this point, I want to. I have a small question.
Yeah.
I mean, your mind works with all these things too.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just random thing after you touch that
Kind of
board,
connecting the dots.
paint and the board.
Yeah.
Did you ever had any creative blocks?
Oh, yeah.
And how did you come out of that? And how did you recollect things and
I
compose
think-
yourself to?
Yeah. So, like, for example, if I'm working on a piece, I'm going with the flow. Because the flow will only come when my mind and body are in sync.
Okay.
See, because it's a lot of feeling and the thought generated together, I am knowing what to do next. The moment that doesn't feel like, I don't sit with it. So one of the current pieces that I'm working on, I started in Jan.
Okay.
So usually whenever I get time, I try to sit down with my art. And there are days when I have a holiday and still I don't go back to it because I feel I'm not prepared for
Of
it.
course.
And because it works so strongly with how I'm feeling, I have to have that feeling. I can't force myself to create. So that shouldn't happen.
I think this has answered even my next question.
Okay.
So actually, to be very honest, we wanted to know more about our artwork. See, stall, casual meets are different, but when I got to know that I'll be interviewing you, I had a set of questions in my mind.
Oh, wow.
Because see, normal paints are different. This has a very deep meaning. Ilan kada, whatever arts I have seen of yours
Yeah.
specifically. So every art has a very deep meaning, just that you need to have patience to understand the background story. What drove you to do that?
True,
Or what inspired you to do that? And as he said, you might have creative blocks and you overcome that just to ensure that you don't disturb that flow.
Yeah.
Right. And putting this conversation aside,
Ante,
did you see
just
anything?
like when you're doing this, did you ever go like blank?
Blank mind
where am I right now? And
Oh, I leave off now. See, like, that's why I said it's a step-by-step thing.
Okay.
When I'm done, like, I did the layering of the memory capsules.
Acha.
Now, after this, I'm like, okay, what do I do next?
Okay, so
Nothing's coming to my mind. I put it aside.
So when
Then
do
what
you
comes
again
to
start?
next?
Yeah.
Then I sit back on.
Acha.
So it's building over time in my mind, the whole concept. See, because I've got the concept. Now, and the concepts that I have don't have a reference picture. Like, how do I show a past journey in an
Okay.
image? Like, it's a very wide concept.
It's like a storyline which you are
Exactly.
building it finally.
So
for
I'm
the
giving it a
files.
form
Yeah.
in one way or the other that I am in like
Exactly.
processing. Oh, దీన్ని ఎట్లా పెట్టగలుగుతాం, దీన్ని ఎట్లా పెట్టగలుగుతాం. Because a lot of my concepts are very vague.
Yeah.
Like you talk about respect. How can you show respect in like artwork? Like
Exactly.
I can show See, this is very different, but when in art we can't show respect apart from maybe specifying their name.
You have to show again
credit.
images.
Correct.
Manishin Gisamu, and then they are bowing. Oh, that's
right.
But I don't want to do that. That's again, that's something I'm like, that exists already.
Right.
So-
Acha, from the start, that is taking my attention.
This is not taking your attention.
That we'll come back to that as well, but that is taking a lot of attention for me because it's looking something
I
different.
guess this is the one you told you. It took you 3 months or something to come.
This took me 1 month.
One
That
month.
took me 3
yeah,
months.
the 1 month art.
Yeah.
Can you just show it?
Yeah.
ఈ కెమెరాకి ఇస్తే మా కెమెరా
మీరు కూర్చోండి, నేను చూపిస్తాను.
దివ్యశ్రీ అమాల్గమేషన్ మిక్స్డ్ మీడియా పెయింటింగ్.
So this has caused a lot of attention for me. Get back to this.
కానీ ఇన్ one line, what would you say about this art?
That's my way of representing human personality. It's like a whole of a human personality
I mean, I find a
without any form. Again,
like world map a little bit.
you know, I hear
That's the reason it has caused an attention.
Ah,
I heard world map. I've heard mandala again because of the circle patterns.
Circle, right. అదొకటి ఉంది.
So that's it.
ఓకే, లెట్స్ కీప్ దిస్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. ఇది మనకు చాలా ప్రీషియస్ అనమాట. నౌ కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ది థర్డ్, ఐ డోంట్ నో వై నేను స్టామర్ చేసాను, బికాస్ ఫర్ ద థర్డ్ 3 సార్లు స్టామర్ చేసాను. ఇది హైలైట్ చేసుకోండి. దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ షో పీస్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్. దిస్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆర్ట్స్ షీ హ్యాస్ మేడ్. నేను ఇందాక నుంచి అడదాం అనుకుంటున్నా, కానీ మేము ఎంత డీప్గా ఉన్నామో అది సరే, లెట్స్ హోల్డ్ ఆన్ స్లోగా చేద్దామని.
Yeah.
సో ప్లీజ్, హౌ అండ్ ఆ బోర్డ్ వెనకాల I've seen you have wrote mixed media painting, right? So
Yeah.
what all art forms you have been doing through so far? How did this came into the picture?
Mixed media, because again, sometimes I don't like to stick to only one form of paint. When I created that piece, I've used ink, I've used soft pastels, I've used acrylics, and then the detailing is done with this white ink pen that you get.
Okay.
So I use that a lot. I enjoy detailing. So if you see, this piece also has got a lot of detailing.
Yeah.
Please.
So I enjoy that a lot. And mixed media is also because the
I
intensity
think
of each paint.
ఇలాంటి
Recycle. You're giving a
Oh yeah,
second.
that is
things
the
మీ ఇంట్లో
concept
బాగా
is
చాలా
recycling.
ఎక్కువ
I guess you
అనుకుంటున్నా.
I, not to say, I gifted out a lot.
Okay, so unfortunately to all the
True,
viewers, you
it's
have to
okay to
just-
gift.
లేదు,
Oh, yeah.
మనకు వస్తుంది గిఫ్ట్. That is what she's saying, that she'll gift us indirectly.
I got a tag for.
See? Yeah, this one for us.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Really, that is so nice.
ఇప్పటివరకు table మీద ఉంటే showpiece
Oh
అనుకున్నాం.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's like
So
Because
sweet.
it's my remembrance for you.
Oh wow.
అయిపోయింది, ఇంకేం తిన్ను, I'm done for the day. It's all like food
మా
is
మా
done.
మా
Channel కి
ఛానల్ కి కాదు, మా హాల్ లో దిస్ ఇస్ an add-on piece.
Oh nice.
That is what? ఏదో ఇంగ్లీష్
Add-on piece.
Add-on piece.
Oh. Posh people.
అంటే ఈ ఒక ఆర్టిస్ట్ ని పక్కన పెట్టుకొని నేను ఇది ఒక్కటే వచ్చింది అని చెప్పడం బాగోదు. సో
అది
అందుకే ఇక్కడ
Totally
add-on
agreed.
piece.
But that's so sweet of
So
you.
sweet
Thank
of
you so
you.
much.
But then you can use it as a night lamp as well. If
No,
you put,
I'll not make
you
use it.
can
I'll-
put fairy lights
Yeah,
into it.
I'll do that.
and
I'll do
switch
that.
it on.
Yeah. But it's very beautiful.
Actually beautiful.
You. So I
I'm so
started
glad.
this pretty much, I guess, back when I was in Bangalore. We had
This one?
not this piece.
okay.
A lot of the bottle art, basically.
Okay,
So when I was in Bangalore, we had this Keventers was
Ah.
a very new thing back
Yes,
then.
yes.
So whenever we used to get these milkshakes and all, we used to have those nice glass bottles. So me and my roommate were like, "Arey, what should we do with these bottles and all of that?" Well, let's do bottle art.
Well,
I'm like, this is
pretty.
nice. So that's how we had, and then we had few parties and also what I did while leaving Bangalore, I painted all these bottles and I gave my friends as return gifts before I left.
Oh,
And I'm
sweet.
so glad that we have one of your favorite piece.
Yes. Okay, can we look at this?
Yes. Sure.
I'll show it.
Please.
మా కెమెరా ఫ్రేమ్ కొంచెం పెద్దది కాబట్టి
Full file. Oh my god. నేను కవర్ చేసుకోకు.
లేదు.
Okay, let's hold like this.
యా వావ్.
And how many days it took for you to do this, and what were your thoughts
So
about
like
this?
the smaller pieces, in one sitting I finish. The larger
okay.
pieces take more time.
ఇది బాగుంది. దీనికి లైక్ కెన్ యూ టెల్ సమ్ ఒక వన్ లైన్ లో
One
చెప్పండి
word.
దాని గురించి.
You can just describe your one page of this art in one word. Alaga,
That's called prana.
prana.
Oh.
Okay.
So definition of life.
Uh-huh.
So it's like deep dark hole, but life grows from it if you see.
But
Okay.
for me, it somewhere looks
Where
like
cracks
Krishna's
are there,
feather.
that is where
See, if
life
you can
also
see,
grows.
no,
It looks
this-
like Krishna's feather. Induko ilaga. Are
Oh, the peacock feather you're talking
yeah.
about?
Say arts perspective.
It looks, I
Interesting
thought
now.
it is Krishna's feather.
Interesting now that is.
Interesting.
And that is what I really like about arts, majorly with abstract.
True.
You hear versions and perceptions.
A
You'll
lot.
enjoy your art.
True.
ఇది highlight of
I
the
just
episode.
realized,
pettu. ఇది highlight of the episode pettu. నేను highlight అవ్వాలి.
Highlights further.
And the next is my favorite.
Oh wow.
One word
Yes.
about this.
I think that was a pure journaling. That if you actually see the brains kind of enhanced to specify the aspect, the brain is so occupied. It's occupied with thoughts and the overthinking. So,
Dude, this is so aesthetic.
oh, that was a live painting.
Really?
This one.
So there's this cafe Rasaswada in
Acha.
Khajaguda.
Khajaguda.
So that is when we had a model
Acha.
who was posing for us, and then
Oh, that's
we did
very
live
beautiful.
painting. Oh, she presented herself so beautifully.
I can get that from the art itself.
Wow.
Thank you.
And every art has a deep
Every
meaning
art
to
has
it.
its own deep meaning.
నేను ఇంకా అలా
But
చూపిస్తే
I believe your
మునిగిపోతాను.
hands are representing a lot in this.
Thank you.
You're a magician. You're a magician.
Wow.
ఇది ఏదో ఉంది నేను చెప్తే తప్పవుతుందేమో అనుకుంటున్నాను బట్ ఐ స్టిల్ వాంట్ ట్రై
You just
Go ahead,
guess
go
it
ahead,
as
go
an
ahead.
artist.
It's completely
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
సమ్ బాడీ పార్ట్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్
Oh yeah.
Is that-
You're going there right?
కరెక్ట్
Oh, it is.
వజైనా
Yeah.
కరెక్ట్
Yes.
ఓకే ఐమ్ రైట్ ఐ థాట్ పీపుల్ విల్ జడ్జ్ మీ
No.
Acha, I think
ఇలా
I
ఇలా
need to see it.
యా
in this
ఇది
way.
Yeah.
ఎందుకే నాకు డౌట్ వచ్చింది బికాస్ దిస్ షేప్
It's
Alright.
right.
So we have found a lot of deep thoughts and deep quotes and so many logical and
బియాండ్ ది
beyond the art thoughts in your art.
Thank you.
So now I want to give this session, this segment to this fellow because it's his favorite.
I don't know why every time he tells me fellow, but I'm still okay. I'm habituated to it. Yes, Mr. Fellow.
All right. Let's go to rapid fire or quick bites. What I say.
It is a quick
Okay.
bites. Okay, here you go. Digital or traditional?
Traditional.
Okay. Clean lines or messy strokes?
I think
breath.
messy strokes will be fine for you.
No.
Because that's where you generate something.
ఇందాక ఒకటి వచ్చింది
Interesting,
మర్చిపోయినావా
right?
if a
What?
person is clean at the room he'll be messy in mind if it's messy at the room he'll be clean in mind.
So
There's a
maybe you're
diplomatic
messy in
question.
the mind, right?
But then, see, if given a preference, I think I would choose the clean line. But the
Okay.
messiness does exist. You can't deny it.
Okay,
That's
you
why
are the
it is.
guess because your answer is right.
Yeah. Color you overuse but can't let go.
I'm not very sure about that because, again, being a very Gemini core, monotonous thing is something I wouldn't really enjoy. I need that
Zodiac touch
difference.
వచ్చింది మంచిగా
I
ఎపిసోడ్ లో
very strongly connect with it.
Nice.
So yeah, I might want a change.
Okay. Doodle on paper or on walls?
Paper.
Okay. Sunrise or sunset for painting?
Sunset.
Abstract.
పొద్దున్న లేవం నన్ను.
Okay.
Done. It's nice. Abstract or realism?
Abstract.
Okay.
With a touch of realism.
Wow. Diplomacy. Art while listening to music or in silence?
I think it's a call sometimes, but I have music along with
నా
me
3
most of the
seconds
time.
నాకు ఆన్సర్ అర్థమైపోయిందిరా
వీడికే
సైలెన్స్
నేను జో అందుకే మేము డిప్లొమసీ కూడా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ.
ఏదో చెప్పు ఏంటి
ఏం లేదు నీకు ఎక్కలేదు అని అర్థమైంది నాకు.
Karan Johar.
ఐ డోంట్ నో వై
Very, very good reference to pick.
Okay, let's get back to
బ్యాక్ టు ర్యాపిడ్ ఫైర్ అనుకో అందుకే అనుకో ఓకే ఆర్ట్ అయిపోయింది ఐఎమ్ ఫర్గెటింగ్ వాట్ క్వశ్చన్
Alright, it's
ఫేవరెట్ ఆర్ట్ సప్లై యూ కాంట్ లివ్ వితౌట్
I think I'll go with watercolors.
వన్ వర్డ్ టు డిస్క్రైబ్ యువర్ ఆర్ట్ స్టైల్
It's abstract expressionism.
if your art was a food, what would it be?
Ooh. It looks, again, this is not a direct food.
Biryani.
Not
No,
biryani also.
wait.
Okay.
Sometimes you see these messy eaters. పప్పన్నంలో
Arre,
పెరుగు
no,
వేస్తారు,
no, no,
అప్పడాలు
no, no,
కలుపుతారు, అన్ని కలుపుతారు. I think that would be
I
a
know.
clear reference to it.
10th class ఒక ఫ్రెండ్ ఉండే.
Because the mess is that representation.
Yeah, but I like the way
Perganamlo-
you referred that. You don't eat it, but you refer your reference. is good.
పెరుగన్నంలో
It doesn't look very aesthetic to eat,
It is not even aesthetic. No.
but people do that.
But
I
having
don't
said
know how
that,
they survive next morning.
अबे यार कैसा बात कर रहा है ये बंदा समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
I'm joking. I'm just
Joking.
talking the fact actually.
But I coming back to the point when I told you that the reason why I love this episode
Huh.
is we started the conversation about art, your thought process and what drove you to start your artworks, your therapy sessions, your
Yeah.
courses. Slowly it was sidetracked to a movie discussion. I don't know why, about K-drama. Again we
A lot of
tried.
inspiration comes from
Yeah.
there.
Therapy and
And
expression, that's where your art tells it. I
Right,
think that's
right.
the reason we went there.
And then I learned one best thing in the entire episode is about the Japanese quote. You know, they erase your thoughts so you can start your next life, which is very
Actually.
insightful for me.
Yeah.
Maybe there are people who are ready to afford that. And if you
No, people do. A lot of people do use
Yes,
that system.
executed in a human form,
Yeah.
which we execute in our mind.
correct.
Okay. Movie buffs, right?
Kind
Both of
of.
you? No. Okay. Have you watched the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless?
Yeah,
You watched it.
I did.
It is the concept around it, right? When I watched that movie, oh my god, you should watch it then.
Okay, I'm watching tonight.
Yes. I think something I very crucially follow is learning. See, you come with a learning, but at the same time, it's very essential to unlearn. What we are taught in schools is very systematic and very structured format. Same happens with a lot of fine arts. Sometimes you have to step out of what you learn and then keep to, like I am doing a workshop next month again about faces, human faces and all of that, ink works and all of that. Last year I did a workshop around caricature. It's not always that I will build that skill, but sometimes I want to learn something new. Hi all, I'm DIVYASHREE. I'm an artist, and please watch our episode on Tangent Factory. Like, share, subscribe.